Inside Bangladesh, it's being dubbed a Gen Z revolution, a protest movement that pitted mostly young student demonstrators against a 76-year-old leader who had dominated her nation for decades and turned increasingly authoritarian in recent years. There was jubilation on the streets of the Bangladeshi capital Dhaka on Monday after Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned and fled the country by helicopter following weeks of deadly anti-government unrest. Hasina's abrupt exit ends 15 years in power that has been marked by a stifling of civil freedoms and the heavy-handed use of security forces to crush dissent, critics and rights groups say. An interim government headed by Nobel Peace Prize laureate Muhammad Yunus will now lead the country at the request of student protest leaders. The Bangladesh president's press secretary confirmed to CNN on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the country's main opposition party has offered its full support to student protesters. What began as peaceful protests by students against civil service job quotas morphed into a nationwide push to force Hasina out after demonstrators were met with a government crackdown that killed about 300 people, according to local media and agencies. Hasina blamed the opposition for the violence and imposed internet blocks and an indefinite curfew across the country. Her response inflamed the protesters further, and, in the end, the world's longest-serving female head of government had to quickly flee the country with her sister to India before crowds stormed her official residence, smashing walls and looting its contents.